Welcome to Dragon Quest X, everyone. I'm Noaria. This is Mel. And we have more plot today. But since it is nighttime, before we actually head out to where we were going, I do have fireworks still from last time. So let's go ahead and send some of those out so that you can see what they are actually supposed to look like. These were fireworks that they gave out for the the 30th anniversary celebration. Just in the nick of time. And one last type. Super cool. That yellow one just peeking over the horizon. There we go. Okay. So, when last we left off, we were in the wilderness reserve, or the wildlife reserve. Down below the town of Aruwein. Okay, this is the elevator that will go up to Aruwein, but it's not working. We need to get it working. And that's why we were headed to the museum to the north. Let's see, there are a couple of side quests. I definitely want to pick up the one that's on the way. Okay, and they're right over here. We do still have the one post office quest from Aruwein that we need to complete as well. But the particular monster we need to fight for that one is not in this area, so I'll have to head back to one of the other continents for that. how do I get to that door? Door? I mean, I can see something on that little island over there, but it looks more like a statue? Or a sign? Oh, sorry. I was just thinking to myself and didn't realize that you had called out to me. I am C130. In order to protect and keep watch over this nature reserve, every day I go around this area cleaning up. See, look over there. Or look around. You don't see any trash laying around anywhere, right? It's a clean and wonderful place. But no matter what, no matter what I do, there's something that bothers me. I'd like you to take a look at that little island floating in the middle of the lake there. Okay. Oh, it's gonna zoom me in? Yeah, it looks like a statue. You can see that there's something over on that little island, right? I can't really tell clearly what it is from here, but I'm sure it's a giant piece of trash. I'd really like to dispose of it right away, but the problem is, you see... Oh, I was so carried away with feeling down that I didn't realize you're not actually a citizen of Aruwein, are you? Oh, so you're Mel. Okay. I'm sure there's some reason that we've met like this. Would you help me get rid of that piece of trash? Okay, what do we... We get something. We get question marks. Those are actually my favorite kinds of quests. The ones that have question mark rewards. It's usually some kind of fun surprise. Thank you. That's a big help. The island is... I think you can get to the island if you go through the underground passageway that's a little bit to the north of here. But I don't know how I'm supposed to open the door that's partway through that underground passageway. And while I was wondering about that, you've appeared all mysterious-like. So, I thought you might know something. I'm expecting good things of you. Could you go to the underground passageway and take a look at that door for me? If you learn anything, I want you to come tell me. Please, I'm counting on you. Okay. Alright, well, we can try. Oh, that is indeed a door. It's shut tightly. Mel reached out and touched the door and heard a voice coming from somewhere. No signal coming from a duplicate, a replication. I assume that's what it calls the, all the little C1 number creatures, beings. Now replaying recorded, or voice recording. If you wish to open this, show what is most important to Pukripo. It is the thing that has been erased from the town of Aruwein. It seems that is it for the voice recording. Return to C130 and report in. Okay. I'm guessing it's gonna either be laughter or smiles. Am I gonna need to do a gesture? Welcome back. I've been waiting. Did you learn anything? Mel told them what she heard when she touched the door of the underground passage and the voice recording played. I see. It seems that the activation signal wouldn't react even if what did we call them before? Replicants? A replicant like me investigated it. Show the most important thing to Pukripo. Huh? But what is it that's been erased? Is it something necessary for the town of Aruwein? Something that the administrator thinks is unnecessary. So does this mean it's something that goes against the teachings of Pukudas? To be honest, in the town of Aruwein, there is a certain statue that has the teachings of Pukudas written on it. That might be some kind of a hint. If you go to the town of Aruwein and investigate that statue, you might find some kind of a hint. The statue should be in the southern portion of the town. Once you learn something, please come tell it to me again. I'm counting on you. Oh man. Will it let me get back up to Aruwein? Let's try. Okay, I never noticed there was a little statue inside here before. Okay. There is a statue here with a hard expression on its face that gives the impression of being very serious. Do you want to read the placard in front of it? Yes. The teachings of Pukudas, the great eternal administrator. Firstly, all citizens of the spaceship Aruwein are to think only of the happiness of all, or the blessings of all. Oh, each one of these, it's saying, it's like one at the beginning. It's not listing them off in numerical order. It's saying this is a rule. Next, all citizens of the spaceship Aruwein, in order to overcome hardship, must cooperate in service. Next, all citizens will suppress any negative effects or emotions that they have regarding service. It is especially ordered that the action of smiling or laughing, which significantly decreases the productivity of service, is, like, not allowed. All citizens will comply with these teachings in order to contribute to the blessings of the spaceship Aruwein. This seems to be a hint in order to open the underground passageway's door. Let's go show our answer to the door. Oh, I thought we were supposed to go report in, but okay. Maybe I'll report in on the way. Wait, that's not the one I wanted to go to. That's the one I wanted. Yeah, this is super sad. I've been waiting. So you went and investigated the statue in the town of Aruwein, did you? Mel told C130 the contents of what was posted at the Pukudas statue. He's just repeating the bit about laughter, which decreases productivity, is especially forbidden. Hadn't really thought about it, but saying it out loud makes it seem very strange. Might it be that the thing that was erased from the town of Aruwein was laughter? I don't know if it's the right answer, but it's worth checking out. But we, replicants, can't really perform the action of laughter very well. So in our place, could you go to the door and show it laughter? I'm counting on you. Alright. I don't think you needed to do that. It didn't progress the quest along. But if you weren't sure what to do with the information that you received, it tells you. Alright. Laughter. Mel laughed as hard as she could in front of the door, confirming that action which has been erased from the town of Aruwein has been confirmed. Disengaging the lock. Alright, let's go. I need to check in with the C130 first, or can I just go through? Nice little island. Wait a minute. There is a rather serious and yet still kindly expressioned statue here. Do you want to read the signboard? Yes. Aww. It is Raguas. The teachings of our first leader, Raguas. Firstly, all citizens should think of how everyone can be happy. Next, all citizens should work together in unity. Next, all citizens, no matter what kinds of difficulties arise, should never forget to smile or to laugh. Laughter is what brings about the strongest emotions in life and gives you a strong power to overcome whatever obstacles come your way. It seems that it is a statue of the first leader, Raguas, that is on this small island. Let's return to C-130 and report in. What's this sign, though? Why do the signboards look like they have arrows? This is probably for a different quest that sends you everywhere. This appears to be a statue created of Raguas in order to... or in honor of all of the achievements he completed in helping overcome various obstacles. However, this statue, which was in Aruwein for a very long time, was ordered by the Eternal Administrator Pukudas to be disposed of. However, the statue of Raguas, who is such a person of merit to Aruwein, was something I could not just dispose of, and so I secretly brought it to this little island. I hope, or I wish, that someday this statue could be returned to the town of Aruwein. It doesn't say who it's from. Interesting. I guess whoever followed that directive. Yeah, I know, right? Don't get rid of it. Raguas is important. I'm glad whoever took those orders decided to hide the statue away too. Not only can we see Aruwein up there with the tower leading, oh cripes, all the way up, but there's some other little floating islands and stuff as well. Hey there, C-130. Ah, you've returned. You opened the door of the underground passage and went to the little island, right? Please tell me what was there. There's a statue of Raguas. The first leader, like the founding leader. That's what Mel told. And C-131, and also what was recorded at the statue. I see. So what's on that little island isn't a giant piece of trash. It was a statue of Raguas, the the founding leader. The teachings of Pukudas have forbidden laughter, but the statue of the teachings of Dagoas said to not forget to laugh. Laughter is a natural instinct for the race called Pukdepo. It's pretty clear which one of these is correct. Most likely, the one who rewrote the teachings was not actually Pukudas, but the replicant C141. I'm sure that the action of laughter was disrupting his method of governing, and so he rewrote the teachings together with replacing the statue. The correct teachings have been conveyed, so we can't just dispose of it, meaning the statue. So I guess the statue will stay on that little island for now. And this is just my intuition, but someday I think the day will come when those teachings, the teachings of that statue, become necessary for the town of Aruwein. Thank you for helping me. As thanks, I have prepared a replica statue for you. Please take it. Oh, get a statue of the founding leader? Oh man, this has to go in Mel's yard. Someone remind me at the end of stream. Laughter is what gives us strong power to overcome obstacles. Huh? I guess it's a way of thinking that we replicants can't comprehend. But I wonder if C141 actually did comprehend the teachings. If that's the case, I'm a little envious. I hope the time comes someday when I'm able to understand them too. It is, we get one of those statues! I don't know how big it is, but we'll see when we get back to Mel's house. I don't know about doing the other side quest over there. I think I'll save it for later. I think the plot will probably send us over in that direction. But for now, let's head up to the museum. We gotta find a way to get the elevator working again. Hironoshi, thank you so much for subscribing. Okay, inside. What is this even gonna be like? Okay. Oh, wow. It's Nagos! It's so cute! Greetings. Welcome to the Astoltia Museum from the founding, I guess, director, Dagoas. This museum was created to show off the nature and culture of our homeland of Astoltia for posterity. Since the actual Astoltia was destroyed previously by the Cocoon of Destruction, why don't you learn about it through the museum here? This time we are introducing the Pukurand continent. The exhibits will be changed out every half year, so please find yourself coming here often. Okay. Oh man, there's so much to read. Oh man. Okay. This is a lot of text. Bear with me, everyone. This is a model of the whole of the spaceship Aruwein. Okay. There we go. You can see it a little bit better. What is it that you wish, or select the part you wish to know more about the spaceship Aruwein. The spaceship Aruwein was created and launched in an attempt to find a new world after fleeing the danger of Astoltia's destruction. The spaceship Aruwein is divided into the upper, middle, and lower sections, or areas. The upper areas for maintenance. What did we call that? The Eternal Power Engine? Or Eternal Power Furnace. And the research areas are there. The middle section is the area for the citizens. This is the area containing the town of Aruwein, where everyone lives out their day-to-day life. And the lower portion is the nature preserve. It safeguards the nature and monsters and likeness of Orfea that were brought along. Okay. Let's just go down the list. The upper part, the Aruwein, like maintenance area. This is the area containing the Eternal Power Furnace and the research room. Okay. Is it just gonna say what's in each of those? Okay, the town of Aruwein. This is where the town where everyone lives peacefully. The nature preserve. This is a place where you can experience the nature of Astoltia. The Astoltia Museum. This is a place where one can learn of the history and culture of Astoltia. Okay, and the trash disposal area. This is an important place where trash from within the spaceship is discarded. Disposed of. Okay. That's it. Where are we? We're supposed to go this way. Which means I would like to walk around everywhere else. Why is it telling me to go that way? But we probably need... I think that's probably the Pecoria we need to talk to. Or interact with somehow. This is the quiz for the current attraction. Please form a line here to receive tickets in the case of heavy traffic or crowds, I suppose. Alright. Can we just open the door? The door is locked. You cannot open it from here. But we need to get over there. So I guess we're gonna have to go around the other way. Okay, hi. Who are you? What are you doing here? Okay. What's the circus? I think that's the little hut out in the... No, that's the villa. The ruined villa of Aruwein. Oh, that's out at, Epistasa Hill. The Honey Lake. Oh, this is the path from, Phuket. I recognize that little bent-over tree. Wow. Oh, it's the Fosstail clearing. Can I get through? This looks like a do not pass door. It is locked. Cannot be opened from this side. Okay. Okay. Interesting. You can see a bit of the outside. Oh! Interesting! Silver Hill. Megistar's Castle. The giant sparkling windmill. And then Orfea. Particularly the circus tent. Okay. The special exhibit of the Phuket continent. Phuket continent was to the southeast, or is in the southeastern portion of Astoltia. It has beautiful scenery and is blessed with peaceful lands. It is a very easy continent to live on. Our current director, Prince Dagoas, was the ruler of the capital city of Megistoris, which housed various races and was always a lively place. Housed various races of travelers and was always a very lively place. The town of Orfea had the Nabu Nabu Great Circus and the Big Horn. The giant sparkling windmill and Silver Hill are also among famous place names seen there. However, the main, or the most famous attraction of the Phuket continent were the bright, beautiful, various flowers that bloomed all across the continent. The peaceful nature there was its biggest attraction. Okay. Wow, where can I get to? There's so much stuff going on in this museum. Does my cursor show up on? It does. Okay. So over here, this arrow says it's the museum shop, and it was behind this door that we can't get through. But I bet we could go around and maybe get there, as long as this door would let us through. This is the west Play zone. Culture zone. Is the nature zone? Is the play zone north? What is that one? Oh, the model exhibition area. I guess they must have like tiny models of stuff there. Oh, these are little benches where you can sit and watch the video. Cute. Okay. Which direction should I go? I need to go the other way. But maybe I can get the doors unlocked if I go this way first. And then I can have access to everything. I'll try and read all of the signs that I come across. The nature of Pukadand. The Puknipo race, as their nickname of being the race of flowers suggests, lived on a beautiful continent surrounded by flowers and greenery. Here you can see original and rare flowers and plants from the Pukadand continent. The indigenous monsters are also exhibited as specimen. I hope they're not alive. Oh yeah, they've just got little exhibits of different kinds of flowers. Yeah, the slime stack. Oh. They say where they are and where they're from. This is from the Popodia Mushroom Mountain. Supposed to be the three brothers. Oh man, there's so much info. Okay. Pinaheto, the god of the Pukripo, had the Popodia Mushroom Mountain set aside as a holy space. And there are very rare giant mushrooms that grow there. There are 3 brightly colored in red, blue, and green. They can tell stories of the citizens of Pukadand. It is said that they were long ago 3 brothers, 3 giants who were brothers that did not get along, and as punishment, Pinaheto changed each of the giants into a mushroom. It's very interesting to hear stories and think of just how big these mushrooms must have appeared to the Puktipo race, who are very small. I suppose I should look at all of the... Okay, not every single one has a marker, but I should read the ones that do. The Pudopeda plant, or propeller plant, from the Windmill Hill. It lasts for many years. Has a propeller-like stem that spins around and around and raises it up into the air. This only grows on the Pukadand continent and is a living creature, like a creature that moves, so it is a rare plant. It has been beloved plant to the current generation since back when the giant sparkling windmills designer, the royal architect Purope, created the windmill. Okay. Oh, this is... yeah! It's a model of Magus. So cute. Yeah, it takes a while to get all the information from this place. Dang. Model of Megistoris Castle, designer Proppe. Also the same one who designed the windmill. This beautiful castle of the Pukrand continent was destroyed in an attack by the demons. Someday, when a new world has been found that makes it possible, we would like to recreate a Megistoris castle using this model as a guide. That is the fervent wish of Prince Ragoas, who was the first director of this museum. Oh, more pictures. Oh yeah, the cursed, or the impure valley. And the river of light running along. Where does it split? It runs through Orfea. That's right. Oh, well, thank you, door. That's inside the windmill. Oh, the Mushroom Mountain. Okay, it's trying to tell me to go that way, but this door will actually open for me, so let's try. Whoa. Okay, that's why there's the dots on the... Alright, well, we're over here now. I need to say something to the Pecoria. We apologize for the inconvenience. The maintenance computer Pecoria is currently in sleep mode. The keyword to disable sleep mode is kept at the #1 hut, like maintenance hut. If you wish to know more, please visit the #1 hut. That was outside in the nature reserve, down by where we first entered it when we escaped the trash chute. Oh, and because we already talked to that replicant that gave us the key word, we know it, so now the game is telling us. In front of this Pecoria, in local chat, say, Yorokobi no sono dea. Okay. Okay. Just making sure. Welcome to the Astoltia Museum. Oh goodness. And then it's speaking very formally. This is the information services where you can browse the confidential information. Okay. What do you wish to know about this day? About browsing confidential information? About browsing confidential information. Browsing is currently banned for those who are not citizens of Aruwein. All of a sudden, the tablet of wisdom lit up. Emergency mode confirmed. Disengaging the lock on the door. I don't need to be a citizen. I have the mighty tablet. The lock on the door to the office has been undone. If you enter the office through this door and hold the maintenance tablet up to the main computer, you will be granted access. Thank you very much. Please come again. Okay, now it wants me to go to the... Alright. Do I need to... I think this is how I'm gonna find out how to fix the elevator. I want access to all the doors, though. Okay. I'm gonna go around the outside first. Okay, so this is just showing the whole of the spaceship. Some extra plants that weren't in the exhibit. Cute. Okay. Alright, so this is the only thing I can interact with. Look, it's got the little strawberry up on the pillar there. This is the main computer. Do you want to hold up the tablet of wisdom that you have? Yes. Mel held up the tablet of wisdom. That was an odd sound. Emergency mode confirmed. Activating the main computer of the Astoltia Museum. Accessing the blueprint of the spaceship Aruwein. Accessing the blueprint of the spaceship Aruwein. Okay. Anomalies detected in the activity of the elevator. Would you like to perform a system restart so that the currently stopped elevator begins movement again? Yes, please. Restarting the movement system for the elevator completed. In order to finish the restart, please input the correct keyword 3 times. The first keyword, please choose the name of the eternal administrator. That would be Pukadas. I did not go all the way around the museum, and I feel like that's going to be a problem. First keyword, input successfully. Now then, the second keyword. Please input the number of the replicant. Is that like the main replicant? That would be C141. But we've seen a lot of replicants. The current replicant. Okay. So I guess that would be, yes, C141. The second keyword has been input successfully. Now then, the final keyword, please select the name of the director of the museum. Well, that would be Daguas. Elevator's movement system has been restarted. Please head to the elevator at the center of the underground passage in the center of the wildlife preserve. There is an emergency access panel on the elevator. Open the panel and push the like activity. What is the best phrase to use for this? Push the button for emergency movement and restart the elevator. I guess it's like the emergency stop go. Alright. That is done. We should be able to proceed. But we haven't finished going through the whole museum yet. Picoria. And I want to talk to you about the other thing. Oh goodness, now I have lots of things to talk about. About the museum. Welcome to the Astoltia Museum. This is the information desk. Please choose the topic you wish to know more about the museum. This museum was created to, this is the same thing from the beginning, to safeguard and protect the wildlife, or the wilderness and history of our homeland Astoltia for posterity. Under the direction of, or by the orders of our director of the Astoltia Museum, Prince Ragoas of the Kingdom of Megistoris, all entrance fees are free to the museum. Oh, this is something we're going to need to know for later, I'm sure. The museum's first floor is the exhibition space. Above that is the research room and the exhibit storage. It is forbidden for guests to visit the upper floors, so please enjoy the first floor exhibits. What else do I want to know? About the spaceship Aruwein. The spaceship Aruwein makes use of various types of technology. The historical Great Sparkling Windmill was the inspiration for the Eternal Power Furnace. And the Arc of the Land, which remembers the name of the train, was the armor plates were used from that to reinforce the spaceship Aruwein as it was completed. Oh, I'm guessing they actually took the furnace from inside the windmill to put it in here. The spaceship Aruwein will continue its navigation through space until a new environment, a new world is found with an environment that will allow us to create, or with an environment that is equivalent to Astoltia. Okay, what about the spaceship's Eternal Administrator? The spaceship Aruwein's Eternal Administrator is the son, one and only son, of the designer of this spaceship, Pukuras. Pukuras is the son, not the designer. Pukuras has been repeatedly put into cold sleep ever since we set journey from Astoltia, and continues to protect the spaceship for eternity. While Pukuras is in cold sleep, as his proxy, the replicant C-141 is entrusted with guiding everything. The next time that Pukuras awakens is yet to be determined. Oh, that's bad. That's really, really bad. Mel, check the signboard, or in front of the monitor. It's like a guide to inside the spaceship Aruwein. Okay. Anything else in here before I open this door and potentially get kicked out the other side? Can I just unlock it? The door is locked. But you can open it from this side. Do you want to undo the lock? Yes. The lock has been undone and you can proceed forward. Okay. Do I still have to go all the way around if I want to get back over there? No. Okay. I can now pass freely. I had to check. So we could leave the museum at this point. But there's still so much I haven't looked at. So since we got a few more minutes until break, let's continue looking around. This door still looks like it doesn't want to open, but we'll see. Nope, still can't open it from this side. Well, we covered the eastern side. Let's come up here. Oh no, I'm missing things. They managed to save the statue. Fostail statue, replica. From the Pugaland Conte, the Murua forest. Time of creation is unknown. Known as the founding king of Megistoris. This is a stone statue of Fostail, who was a great magician, great mage. It is said that this stone statue has holy power residing within it, and Prince Raguas's deceased mother, Queen Aruwein, offered up prayers to this Fostail statue. Those who had fled the attacks of the Cocoon of Destruction wanted to save this statue and went to Muriel Forest. However, with one attack from the demon, the statue broke and fell apart, and they all lost their lives. So the statue you see before you is a replica. Aww. Those poor people. The Golfell plan. Oh, this is what to do in case of extreme disaster. This was hatched thousands of years ago. This is a legendary escape plan put together when an evil creature known as the King of Destruction threatened Astoltia, and the plan was to allow the citizens to escape to a safe place. Prince Raguas used this plan spoken of in the Epic of Grey-Gnarl in order to have the spaceship Aruwein built. At the time, the heroes known as the Hero Princess Lucia and the ally Mel fought against it, but were unable to defeat the monster, the demon. And thus, at the Conference of the Eight Kings, or 8 leaders, the rulers gathered seeking a new Gofel plan, and the spaceship Aruwein was set off on its journey. Okay. No, that's the way I came from. What's up? Oh, goodness. What's this one? Prope, the royal architect who served Fosstale, the founding king of the kingdom of Megistores. Before Fosstale's time, it was known as something else, and I don't remember what it was. But Megistores is named after the princess of that country who became Fosstale's queen. The giant sparkling windmill from which the spaceship Aruwein takes its basic structure was also designed by Prope. For the front and underside of the upper portion of the windmill was made of 8 pairs of 2 flower petals each, and then the stage, or the center dais, was also made of 8 pairs of 2 flower petals. This was insisted upon by a number of numerologists who said that it was the magic number to show the eternal glory and prosperity of the Megistores kingdom. Prope was also the one who created the big horn, which is much beloved of those of the town of Orfea. Okay. Kandar, or Kandata in the original. Age unknown. Year born unknown, year died unknown. The second Astoltia night, or the second annual Astoltia night. Interesting that they included that tidbit of information. A great bandit who created much fuss across Astoltia. Kandata was said to appear at various places around the Bukarand continent. It is said that the Great Thief's trademark of the cape and underwear were passed down for generations. Oh, it's a replica of the big horn! It is too small for even Mel to get inside. The big horn model, designed by Prope, that built by Petipon? That's the scientist, isn't it? This bighorn was much beloved by the citizens of Astoltia and used as a meeting place in the town of Orfea. When the duplicating mutant Byragorg attacked, Prope's descendant, Petipon, remodeled, or attempted to remodel the horn into an anti-mutant weapon. However, just after he started working on it, Petipon died in a work-related accident, and the remodeling of the big horn was never completed. Oh, that's really sad. Okay, we went over... Man, there's still so much to look at. the front of the windmill. There's the actual big horn in Orfea. Oh. That's another shot from, I think that's from Muriel Forest. The door. Silver Hill. Through the Dinkuru area of the Pukadant continent. This hill was once the home of the monster Bazuzu, but it was run off by Fosstail and turned into a sacred place. As it was recorded in the 3rd volume of the complete set of 4 volumes of the Miracles of Fosstail, on Silver Hill there is a mysterious door that can cross time. Fosstail appeared to the now late Queen Aruwein and entrusted to her a notebook that could grant 3 wishes. Also, it is noted that this mysterious door was used when the children were kidnapped and protected from the demon Zygas by placing them inside to keep them safe. Okay. There's still so much to explore, but it actually is break time now, so I want to go this way when we get back. Gonna take a quick break and continue looking at the museum. There's a lot we need to learn still, and we'll do that when we get back. Thanks so much for joining me, everyone. More Dragon Quest X in a few minutes.